What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Yes, I am still sick. I am very sick. I'm sure you can hear that in my voice, so I hope you can deal with it. But I wanted to put out a video today talking about the Iron Banner in Destiny's meta. So yes, I understand I'm sick. I apologize for that, but I still am trying to put out a video for you guys even on my deathbed. Oh, man. And for starters, we've got our sub-like comment of the day. Yes, we've got somebody else finding the channel, liking the channel, and subscribing to the channel. Now, I have no idea what in the world has been going on with YouTube, but it's absolutely crazy. I'll see that I have all these comments on my video. I'll go to the video and there will be no comments that are actually visible. I don't know what's going on. I'm not getting notifications for these things. I have no idea. So if you happen to stop by here and you're a long-time sub, stop by, say, hey, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what's going on with you guys. What have you been up to? And what have you thought about the Iron Banner so far? Because this is our first Iron Banner in this new meta. And we've been talking about the new meta since the balance patch came out. And we talked about it. And we said, hey, this new balance patch is the primary meta. But you know what? After playing with it for a while, after playing with it for a couple weeks, and after finishing the Iron Banner on 2 of my characters already, I finished it up on my Titan and on my Warlock. This is actually the very first Iron Banner game that I played. This was on Tuesday, right after I put my video out. I've got some flu-ridden adrenaline or something like that going on in this match. We end up becoming the top of the leaderboard, so that's pretty awesome. And we lead our team towards victory. Again, pretty awesome. But this was my first match period in the Iron Banner this time, and there were definitely some things that I noticed. And I'm going to just start right off the bat. I'm going to start right off the bat by showing you this little bit of what happened after this match. So if you take a look at this clip, after I ended up finishing up the Iron Banner match, I went ahead and looked at my Iron Banner bounties. You could see that we got a victory, we got 10 points for our victory, and then as far as our kills with abilities versus our kills with weapons, I would say that is a massive disparity. That's absolutely insane to get that many points for ability kills versus that few points in weapon kills. Absolutely crazy. So that brings back to what we were just saying. Is this really a primary meta? And I would honestly say, after 2 weeks of this game, I would say no, absolutely not. This is certainly not a primary meta in Destiny right now. It's an attempt at a forced primary meta because of taking away the special ammo, not having special ammo at all, but we are far and far away from this being a primary meta. I know that whenever we got our weapons patch, we received some weapon changes, some buffs, some nerfs, but overall to the primary weapons, I do not feel that we received enough buffs to end up really warranting primary weapon usage. Primary weapons are still not very good in the game. They're simply not. There's a reason why hand cannons are the top option. And before I went ahead and made this video, I went over to Destiny Tracker for Destiny Trials Report, and then I went over to Guardian GG. I just want to take a look at some of the stats, just to see some of the weapon usage. And in Trials of Osiris, forget about it. It is all hand cannons over there. All hand cannons and all sidearms. It's like 50-50. Hand cannons take up 50% of the primary kills, sidearms take up 50% of the special kills. It's absolute insanity. Same type of stuff is going on whenever you take a look at supremacy matches. Hand cannons are just absolutely dominating, and the most used weapon period in all of Iron Banner so far has been the Wormwood. The Wormwood. The Wormwood. You've never even probably heard of the Wormwood until the last 2 or 3 weeks, right? Just absolute craziness. And you've got people now, they're talking about the fact that sidearms are overpowered, that they keep their ammo. Can you imagine you would have ever heard anybody, period, in Destiny talking about sidearms being overpowered? That's just mind-boggling. And the fact is, sidearms are definitely not overpowered. The problem is everything else is so bad right now. And that's what you get whenever you nerf and nerf and nerf. You end up getting just a really bad atmosphere of stuff. Whenever you're trying to promote balance, I would actually argue that we're getting further away from balance right now than we were before. Before, yes, people use shotguns primarily in Destiny, but they also use sniper rifles. They use sniper rifles not to a diminishing degree, they still use them. We also had people actually using fusion rifles and then some people using sidearms. Now, it is only sidearms, and then you sprinkle in the icebreaker with snipers. I would wonder what the game would look like if the icebreaker didn't actually exist, if there would be a lot of sniper rifle usage or not, because there is barely any shotgun usage, and there's a good reason, because it's just absolutely silly. There is no reward for using a shotgun at all, and tons of risk. Just crazy. And then as far as the primary weapon goes, before, at least whenever you had the Clever Dragon up there, people could use the Clever Dragon to compete with the hand cannons. Now that that is gone, because it doesn't sound like a lot, but whenever you take away the ammo on the Clever Dragon in conjunction with the frame delay, it's a lot. It's definitely not worth using. I wouldn't use it. If I was somebody that had a Clever Dragon that had brace frame and I was all excited about it, I wouldn't use that, because that is just junk now. You basically lost 4 bursts due to the nerf to the Clever Dragon, and then brace frame taking away more ammo. So yeah, I would argue that we're actually getting further and further away from balance. And just to kind of hammer home my point, I want to also show this graphic. Whenever I completed 7 matches, I was doing Lord Shax's weekly bounty on my Titan. I was using a Sunbreaker Titan, and I completed my 7 matches, and I just went ahead and took a look at this, and I was at 27 primary kills after 7 matches. And in those matches, I went ahead, I averaged my KD, it was like a 1.4, we won 6 out of those 7 matches, and I had a whopping 27 primary kills. So not even 4 a game, not even 4 primary kills a game, and I swapped up. In this footage you're seeing me use the Doctrine. I used the Doctrine, I used the Palindrome, and I used the Hawksaw. Those were the 3 primary weapons that I went ahead and used. Whenever I used the Palindrome, it was like easy street. In fact, that's one of the only reasons I got up to 27 primary kills, because I saw where I was sitting, I was at like 12 with 5 matches complete. 12, and I was like, I need to go ahead and get some primary kills, so I swapped over to the Palindrome, and that's what really then skewed the stats, because it would have been far lower if I didn't go ahead and do that. Again, hand cannons are just the best option that you've got. Why is that? Why are primaries so bad in the game? It didn't used to be like this. Primary weapons used to be really good. Special ammo is not the problem. In the beginning of Destiny, in vanilla Destiny, special ammo was everywhere. You would get special ammo whenever you would just kill a Guardian. You wouldn't even need to go to a special ammo box, and nobody complained about stuff like this. So taking away the special ammo in the manners that they have over and over and over again in these patches is not the right answer. It's absolutely not. If you want people to go ahead and use their primary weapon, I don't know how much simpler we need to make this. Buff primary weapons. That is the only way people are going to utilize primary weapons, is if they're better options. Like I said, with my Titan on my Sunbreaker, hey, guess what? I used an armamentarium and sticky grenades, and everybody's gonna hate sticky grenades and armamentarium and fusion grenades. Why? Because they're one-shot kills. Why wouldn't you use the best options available to you? But these things weren't a problem until everything else that we had, everything else that was in our arsenal, has been nerfed and nerfed and nerfed. You know, you almost kind of get to a point where you sound like a broken record. You talk about the same thing over and over and over again, and you just expect that at some point the light's going to go on and you're going to be like, yes, now this is the right way to go ahead and do things. But that's just not what we see. What we see, I understand that they want to go ahead and have a little bit of a rotating meta and stuff like that, but if you're rotating stuff around, why not buff the stuff? Just buff the stuff and let it go. Let it go to town. Do stuff like that. Why is it that we just constantly see this nerf brigade, and then now we're at a place where we can't really do much changing? The only changes that we can actually do is increase the auto rifle critical hit damage modifier by 0.05%, because otherwise we'll skew things too far in the side of auto rifles, because we basically painted ourselves in the corner. And that's what I feel like Destiny's at right now. You've nerfed things so far down that you can't even tweak things without having to make full-scale tweaks across the board. And you know what? I think that's what you should do. With primary weapons, I would absolutely just go back to the drawing board, take what you know, and buff all those suckers up. Buff all those suckers up and remove all this crazy special ammo nonsense that is not, nor has it ever been, a problem in Destiny. You know what you need to do because you've seen what's worked and what hasn't over 3 years. Just go ahead and do it. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your primaries, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #not primary.